What's up guys, Marty here, and I am. So, it's springtime Michigan, which means it's supposed to snow for the next week, but let's head inside and do a quick review of the Gossamer Gear Mariposa 60. Alright guys, so this is my Gossamer Gear Mariposa 60. Got it in a size large. Hip belt is a size medium. Everything, including 2 pack liners, weighs 2 pounds and 6 ounces on my scale. The pack is $225. The hip belt is an additional $45, making the total $270. The pack is made out of a aerobic nylon material and has an aluminum internal frame. There are 5 pockets on the main body. You got a tall one over here. You got 2 stacked smaller ones, a brain, and a big mesh pocket. Inside there's a pocket for a water bladder. Down here you got 2 spots to hold your trekking poles. You got an ice axe loop, which I don't use, and multiple attachment points throughout the pack. Total capacity is 60 liters, the main body being 36 liters, and 24 liters spread throughout the rest of the pockets. Gossamer Gear says the max carrying weight is 35 pounds, but it's recommended that you top out at 30. If you want to know everything that's inside the pack, just watch my Gear Explosion 2020 video. Anyway, I added some stuff to the pack, just to make it my own, including a bungee attachment here so that I could attach my trekking pole, and 6.5 feet of shock cord with 6 binder clips, so I could hang stuff to dry or make my own ridge line. So got the pack flipped around for you guys. I'm going to talk about this side. The pack does come with load lifters. It's got a little hole up here that you can feed your drinking tube through. It does come with 2 keepers for the drinking tube. The sternum strap has a built-in whistle. Comes with this sit pad that slips into this pocket, gives you some extra cushioning. I don't use the sit pad anymore, but when I did, the sleeping pad still fit behind the sit pad, and they both fit in there just fine. If you get the hip belt, you get 2 additional pockets. I added a shoulder strap pocket to keep all my little tools, and a Molly style water bottle holder, just so I don't have to reach behind me as far, and a little magnetic clip that came with my water bladder that I attached to the sternum pocket. Now we got a break in the weather and it's not snowing as much anymore, so let's head outside and I'll show you how I pack it all up. Alright, so got everything laid out here for you guys. I'm going to show you how I pack it. Already got the pack liners in, sleeping bag started, but sleeping bag, literally just keep stuffing and stuffing until it's all the way in there and all in the bottom. Try to get as much air out as possible. Make sure it's all compressed and filling up every space in the whole bottom. I personally don't use a stuff sack for it, just because it kind of adds to the bulk. Although if I am expecting a lot of rain, I'll put in a Dyneema sack, make sure it stays waterproof. Next is my bladder, which that goes into its own pocket. Just shove it down in there. Connect the tube, and that's good to go. Next is the shelter, which starts off vertically in the pack, and next to it goes my dry sack filled with clothes. But those get worked in there, and then the shelter gets turned horizontally, so everything's nice and flat. Next is the food bag. I try to make sure that that's in the middle and pull it close to me. Around that I stuff my puffy coat, and that just fills in all those little gaps as well. But yeah, you just keep working it in. So that's good. You take your pack liners, I pull them up tight and start rolling them down, and then just give it a good squeeze, get all the air out, roll it up some more, squeeze some more, so on and so forth. So yeah, that's all good. Next up, take my ground mat from my chair, put that in the tall pocket over here, slide my chair in afterwards, then micro spikes in the bottom right pocket. If my food bag is full, I'll put my cook kit in there as well. Then in the top right pocket goes my water stuff. So there's my drops and Mio. Fold up my filter, stick that in there. Then take the ditty bag. That just goes in the front mesh pocket right here. That all the way down. Then I take my rain suit, stick this in the brain. Kind of fits in there, takes up the whole space. You gotta put it in sideways first, then rotate it. But that's fine. Next up, trekking pole. So it just slips into the trekking pole holder down here. And then I use that bungee attachment, go around the grip, and now the trekking pole's attached. The main body of the pack's all done. So first you clip these little clips, and then clip the brain down, and now it's all buttoned up and secured. Flip it around for you guys. So first, sleeping pad, that just slides into its own pocket right here. Gives you a little bit of cushion. The sit pad goes in here as well. I just don't use a sit pad because I have a chair. But yeah, you just keep working that in. Make sure it's all nice and flat because that is going to be resting against you. Then this stuff usually just stays in its pockets, but first aid kit goes in the left hip pocket. And you can see zippers are super easy to use, one-handed. You don't need to used to. Gloves in the right hip pocket, and again, super easy zippers. Then in my shoulder strap pocket goes my multi-tool, lighter, and headlamp. And then lastly, before every trip, fill up my smart water bottle, and that just goes in that Molly style water bottle holder that I was telling you guys about. Can be secured, some shock cord, but I never do, and it's never fallen out. So let's stand up and I'll give you guys a quick 360 of what it looks like when I'm wearing it. So yeah, this is me with the pack on. Firstly, I do the hip belt. I pull that as tight as I can. I like to keep my shirt untucked, otherwise, you know, it kind of gets weird and all bunched up. But yeah, I like the hip belt super tight. Load lifters are just taut, pull up any slack. But the shoulder straps, if you guys can see, and the sternum strap is super loose. That does two things for me. It helps me stand up straighter when I'm hiking, and it also gives me some breathability. As you can see, a lot of my back is exposed. You know, can slip my hand through. Ow, that really hurt. But yeah, that's just how I like to wear the pack. Everything's just tight enough to where the pack doesn't bounce around and move around too much. But, you know, super comfortable pack. Worn it for hours and hours on end. But yeah, another advantage to having super loose straps is when my shoulders get tired and start hurting, I can just slip my arms in, keep my hands like this. Takes the weight off my shoulders, gives my arms a rest. That magnetic clip makes it super easy and convenient. You know, if I need water, just keeps the tube right here. And that water bottle holder also makes it easier to get water versus trying to like having to try and reach back here. that hurts a lot. So I just keep this right here. But yeah, that's me with the pack. Again, it's a size large and hip belt size medium. So let's head back inside because it's freezing out, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on it. So I've owned this pack for 1.5 years. Probably got anywhere from a couple to a few hundred miles into it. Mostly day hikes to get a good workout in, but also lots of overnight trips and weekend trips as well. It's a great pack, very comfortable. It has never caused me any pain. There's lots of space inside, and I really like all the pockets for quick and easy access and allowing me to organize everything how I want. If the dog does go with me on a trip, there's still plenty of room left over, which makes it easier to add all of his stuff as well. Pack's got no signs of wear and tear, like none. Maybe a few dirt stains and the occasional loose thread, but that's easily fixed with a lighter. The shoulder straps and hip belt cushioning, still like new, no issues there. The only gripe I could think of is that none of the pack material is waterproof, but very few packs have that feature. I would definitely buy this pack again. I think it's worth the price. I've recommended it to family and friends. I would recommend it to you guys as well. I love the functionality and the design. The only thing I wish that was different about this pack was that it was made out of Dyneema to help with that waterproofing, but it's not. And if literally any company made it in a Dyneema version, I would buy it like that. But yeah, overall great pack. You know, I love the capacity, love how it carries, love all those pockets. You know, it's held up great for me. If you liked what you heard and saw, give me a thumbs up. Questions, leave them down in the comments. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.